Alright guys, so I'm eating a biscuit. You
Why
need
do
to
you
have
want to
fuel.
know that you're eating a biscuit?
Because you need to know that why my mouth is chewing.
No, I just record after you finish eating.
Yeah, that's true. Right, let me finish eating first. Alright guys, as I was saying, I've just sat down, I've worked out my outgoings, and I've looked at my miscellaneous, like random things that I spend my money on. Because I think it's important to kind of know where your money's going so you can kind of know where to make changes. So I've realised that we've been grafting. Right, so I'm home now. My daughter has created a menu for the week. So today is Wednesday, cereal, lunch is pasta bake. So today's supposed to be pasta bake. I remember my son said he'd actually cook today, so that means I can do a bit more work, which is really good. So I'm just gonna have a cup of tea, I'm gonna head down to the classroom, and then I'm gonna work on my budget within the 45 minutes that I have, and I'm hoping I can get it done so that when I come back at 12 o'clock, my lunch will be ready because my son's cooking. No, no, not. Actually, when after 12 o'clock, we're taking Bailey to the dog park, get him to run around, get some energy, and then we'll come home for about 12:45. Okay, let's say 1 o'clock. So by 1 o'clock, I'll be able to kind of start really showing you, what I've done today. All right, cool, bye. Okay, nails done, let's go. So basically, before I started writing down my bills, I basically looked at my monthly income. So when you're looking at your monthly income, you're looking at everything that you have coming into your account, such as your wages, if you're employed by somebody else, or your earnings from self-employment, if you're self-employed. It might be things like child benefit, child maintenance, and any side hustles that you have. Once you've done that, you'll then start listing your expenses for the month. Okay, so you'll note your expenses for the month. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm jotting down my expenses, which include important things like food and rent, but even the least important things that I spend my money on should make the list also. What you need to do is focus on the four main areas, which are your utilities, your transportation, your shelter, and your food. And after covering these four necessary expenses, it's then time to write down your other expenses, such as your miscellaneous items. So you must categorize it as miscellaneous items. Within this, you may also look at your seasonal expenses. So you think about what seasonal festivals do you celebrate. In my household, as Christians, we celebrate Christmas. There's Easter, Passover, and we also do birthdays. That's not a Christian. That's not a Christian thing, but we celebrate birthdays as well. So what I do, I think about how much money I plan to spend at that time of year. So just say that I want to spend £1,000 over Christmas. I know that depending on where I am in the year, I want to spend £1,000. So I'll start saving some money towards that figure. So if I had 4 months to save, I'll be saving £250 per month to make sure I reach that goal in time for Christmas. So the main thing is, you have to understand that with budgeting is a way of you being able to still have the freedom to buy things that you want, but it's just having a budget for it. So you will need to create a budget in order to do that. What I've been doing now, I'm basically doing like a color coding category where I know that weekly, I put all my weekly bills in pink, all my monthly bills in green, all my yearly bills in yellow, and all the things I need to cancel I put in red. And that kind of helps me to, when I go back, to know which ones are urgent to cancel, and just helps me to see, like, why I'm spending a certain amount of money. So that's what you should do also. Categorize your items, know what's coming out of your month on a weekly, monthly, and yearly basis. I've done the same for my debts and my bills. And then when I look at my miscellaneous items, what I do there is figure out how I can maybe drop some of those things out of it. So for example, I'm not going to go shopping at IKEA or Argos or any of these places whilst I'm trying to get out of debt. And I'm going to focus on places like Gumtree and Facebook to find items that I need for my household. I'm thinking about my fuel and my hair. What can I do? How often do I use it? What can I do instead of that? For my fuel, where am I going? Why am I spending the amount that I'm spending? I look at things like the curriculum that I use with my children. How much money do I need to spend on other materials that they have? Dave Ramsey reiterates that it's imperative not to consider budgeting as a tool that limits your freedom. He says that a budget enables you to purposely spend your money, which is real freedom. Also, when you're thinking about the zero-based budget, let me explain it now. I should have explained that at the beginning. So basically, the zero-based budget is a budgeting technique where you subtract your monthly expenses from your income and only leave zero at the end. This means that every penny is accounted for. It's important that you know how much money you have coming in. Dave Ramsey says that not knowing how you're spending your funds is a recipe for financial disaster, and chances are high that you'll look at your account and find nothing left without knowing how you spent the money. And these are things that you need to do when you're creating your zero-based budget also. I hope that helped. I've realised that we've been glutton this year. We've had a lot of takeaway. No wonder I've put on so much weight. I've also worked out there's some bills on here that I didn't even know I was paying double of. So Amazon Prime, I've been paying Amazon Prime 3 times. I realised the other day that I had 3 accounts on Amazon Prime because I've signed up on different emails. So one of them I'm paying $7.99, another one I'm paying $7.99 per month, and another one I'm paying $4.99 per month, which is absolutely ridiculous. I'm not sure if they're giving money back there, but I'm going to try it anyway and see what happens. What else did I notice?
Possibly she might have purchased something, use your PIN method to pay for it, but then left she left the card on the account, so whenever you went to charge for a Prime,
Yeah.
the card had a charge instead of hers.
Okay.
Alright, I have a complaint.
What else did I notice? I've noticed that gas and electricity, that's fine. My rent, I pay monthly. Council tax really irritates me. I think it's just too expensive. There's nothing to do in my local borough. DBLA, so everything's fine here. My memberships for the year, there's nothing I can really change. So I've highlighted in red the things I want to cancel out. So I've got my Fantastic Services. That's basically a really good company that help you with your housework. And I think when I've come out, when I've paid for my debts, I will go back to them. But I've already paid for this year anyway. So all it means is if I want to have them do any jobs around the house, like gardening or anything like that, I get £30 off or some kind of credit that I get off. So this year's fine. I'm going to just use it because here my dad does a lot of my cutting as well for us. So that's fine. Canva, I have the paid for version because I like to have be able to use royalty-free pictures where I can use them in my advertising, but I'll probably use it up as much as I can this month and then cancel that for next month. And that's really it for my bills. So I think I'm quite on track with in terms of my bills. I'm not really spending any on any money extraordinary. So you might have like a subscription for Sky Sports and never use Sky Sports, then you need to cancel it. You might have a subscription for TV license and realize that actually I don't watch TV, so you might want to cancel it. So when you do yours, go through your bills and find out what you're spending all your money on, and then try to make cancellations wherever you can. So my issue is not really about my bills. It's really about my miscellaneous spending for that one. So I've spent not bad. The one area that I need to work on is my food shopping. Because it looks like from my statements, I shop in 5 places for my food. I go to Tesco, Iceland, Morrison, Sainsbury's and Asda's at different points. Then I feel like I need to kind of really work on the price promises of these companies and find out how much I'm spending. I need more like a weekly budget for my food shopping. And I also want to go to Aldi's more because Aldi's a lot cheaper. So I need to really look at that one. That's a big one. And also I went to Brew in Harrow for my daughter's birthday. So I only went there once, which is like a one-off, which is fine. But we've been spending a lot of money at Deliveroo, McDonald's. Nando's I went once. I went there for Malaya's birthday, so I'm not going to count that in there. Skipjack's came up quite a lot. That's a chip shop down the road. Uber Eats came up quite a lot. And the chicken shop came up once. Why are you laughing? You're laughing at our spending? Mm-hmm. And then we had Asda's.
I figured out the distance.
Okay.
It's 0.7 miles round the block.
Okay. So why do you need to know the distance?
Working out and being more serious a bit.
Okay, good. Yeah, so in terms of food and household, we need to really work out how much we're spending. So I will go back to my statements for those ones and go into a lot more detail to figure out how much money I'm spending on those food shopping, and then we're going to figure it out. My daughter did do shopping for us this week, so she made a budget. The budget was £50 a week, and she kind of has done a list this week, and we've got a menu as well on the fridge. So Tiago's cooking lunch today, which is good. And I'm going to see if this lasts or not, and see if it works. And then next week, Tiago's going to be doing a budget. And then I'll see if it works. And then when it comes to income now, I've looked at how much I'm earning, and this is where the problem is because I don't know how much I earn. So self-employment, I have no idea. It fluctuates so much, I don't know how much I earn, so I've got to look at that. Child benefit, I get some money for that one weekly, but again, that's going to change slightly because Enriquez is going off to uni, so that money will change when he gets to 19. I'm not sure how it works, so I need to figure out that one. CSA, I get some money for that as well. That comes quite regularly, but we'll see. I don't really depend on that money. If it comes in, it comes in as a bonus, but I don't really look at that as a money. Then I've got I got a shop in Etsy where I sell some things there, but I want to up a bit, see if I can sell more products on Etsy shop. And then I've got the TES shop as well. So I think it all kind of rests on my self-employment. And I always worry that because I do a lot of face-to-face working from home, I always worry that if something happened to me, how would we keep this money up if I haven't got a lot of savings? So I feel like I need to get onto my phase 2 of my business where I do a lot more work online. And also I've got something else coming. This is nothing to do with that, but I've got a free curriculum coming out soon, which I'm quite excited about. So tomorrow I come back, I'm going to be telling people about the free curriculum. Yeah. But yes, that's it right now. So I'm still on baby step 0, working on my zero-based budget, but do it with me. Let me know if you've been able to find out your income, your outgoings, what you're doing in your household, and leave a comment down below so we can kind of do this together. We're going to boss up together. We're going to make sure that we get out of debt and we're going to build wealth together. We're on a journey. I'm on a journey. Join me on the journey. If you do like my channel is all about homeschooling and family life. And education, and my dog. It's just about us, basically. If you do like my content, then like and subscribe. Click the bell notification so you can be notified of when we have new videos. But I will come back again once I've worked out all the answers to these questions. I'll come back and give an update, maybe in a week or 2. All right, I'll speak to you soon. Bye.